Today we are doing a company spotlight. We are talking to none other than DrivewYze. That's DrivewYze. And we have Kay. How you doing, Kay?
Doing well, Troy. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, brother. Kay, tell us about DrivewYze.
Yeah, for sure. So for those of you that have not heard about DrivewYze, we're a leader in the transportation technology space. We've had our roots in trucking related technology for the past 20 years or so. Just kind of like giving you a little bit more. I know transportation technology gets thrown around a lot in this space. The gist is we know folks got into trucking to stay on the open road. And we're a very driver-centric company focused on building a safety and compliance ecosystem to help drivers stay on the open road. What we're most well known for is having the nation's largest weigh station bypass system. So that's DrivewYze Pre-Clear. That's 100% legal way to bypass weigh stations. It saves you time, saves you fuel, and general stress and hassle of dealing with a weigh station pull-in.
Wow, that's a lot. So tell me, how does a driver get started doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. So we try to keep things as simple and friction-free as possible. The awesome thing is we're completely software-based, so you don't need any sort of transponder or any other device other than the phone or tablet that you already run in your truck. So for most folks, what that means is you can go to the Android App Store or the Apple App Store on your phone or tablet, and you can download DrivewYze. You can put in some of your truck details like your DOT license plate, and you can actually get started with bypassing weigh stations today with a 30-day free trial. If you're a fleet manager, we do work with all the major ELD providers and can actually get your fleet up and running with DrivewYze through your ELD device as well.
That's really cool. You guys, sounds like you thought of a lot. So how does it actually work?
Yeah, so giving you a little bit of background, when people usually hear about weigh station bypass, they're like, hey, I didn't even know that this thing existed. The officers at the weigh stations, they don't need or want to pull in every truck that comes by the weigh station. You can imagine there's thousands of trucks every day. You can think of this as kind of reaping the rewards for having a good safety score. So what our product does, DrivewYze Pre-Clear, it gives you the opportunity to get bypasses 98% of the time. It's going to depend on a few other factors, like I mentioned, your safety score, as well as your registration and things like that. But essentially, how it works on a day-to-day basis is you're going to open it up on your phone or your tablet. If you're listening to Talk CDL or if you're listening to Troy, you can actually run it on the background so it doesn't eat up your battery. About 2 miles before a weigh station, you're going to get a little notification letting you know that a weigh station is up ahead. So it gives you time to kind of get into the right lane, get situated. And then about a mile before the weigh station, you're going to get another notification letting you know you're a mile away. And following that, you're gonna know whether you can bypass that weigh station or you're going to be pulled in. So as all of that is happening, what DrivewYze is doing is it's sharing the license plate, the VIN, and DOT number of your truck. We don't share any driver details. That's being sent to the weigh station. And they're making a decision on whether to pull you in or not. And like I mentioned before, better your safety score, the better your bypass rate's going to be.
I love how that works. How is DrivewYze different? And can you tell us what the cost is?
Absolutely. So to kick off, we're only $17.99 a month. So if you think about the time and the fuel it takes to gear down, switch lanes, idle at the station, gear back up, and get back up to speed, there's been tons of research that show that each weigh station pull-in can cost you between $8 to $10. So the way I look at it is, if you get 2 weigh station bypasses a month, the service has paid for itself. There are 3 main things that I'd like to share that differentiates us. One that I mentioned, we're completely software-based. So you don't need any sort of transponder. You don't need to deal with another device in your truck. You don't need to fiddle with batteries or losing a transponder or having to get a replacement. The second and the biggest thing is we're the nation's largest weigh station bypass provider. We have over 840 sites. We're in most of the lower 48 states except Washington, Oklahoma, New York, and Georgia. We're actively working to grow our coverage. The awesome thing right now is we just recently added Pennsylvania, and we're working on the other states that I mentioned. And because we don't need a transponder, it's all software-based, we don't have to actually add the transponder reading systems at those sites. So our ability to grow coverage is much more exponential than some of our competitors.
It's a lot. What other services does DrivewYze offer?
Absolutely. So going back to being a driver-centric company, we've taken a different approach to safety. So Troy, you know this. Generally, when safety gets brought up, it's unfortunately after something bad happens, and the actions after that are sort of punitive. We have a different approach. We know truckers have a difficult job and are on unfamiliar routes all the time. So, and this is based on feedback that we've gone back from our drivers. Our safety notification products lets you know when you're headed on a path towards a low bridge or a high rollover area, or gives you those real-time congestion alerts. That way you have time to slow down or choose another route, and you're prepared for the things ahead of you before they become an emergency situation.
I love high-tech stuff. It's like you have a warning system when a driver's coming into a probable high-risk rollover area. That's huge, man. I mean, just to have something saying, hey, you're in a very dangerous area, be alert, be alert. I think it's just worth it on that alone. The other thing that I would like to add to your interview, recently we were at a truck show, and we spoke with many owner-operators that weren't aware that because they were a company that only owned one truck or maybe two trucks, that they had access to this service. In fact, the opposite, anybody can download the DrivewYze app and almost immediately begin bypassing these scale houses and saving time and money, which is huge.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you, Troy. It's one of those things that once folks find it, we hear it a lot when we meet drivers at MAT. They're like, you know what? There's all these things in trucking that give me a headache. But DrivewYze is the one where I just love opening it up every day. And it's weird that you think about that. It's like, it's just a little app on your phone, but drivers love hearing that little ping when they get the bypass.
Yeah, I know I would if I was back driving. So
you mentioned giving it, you mentioned the ability for drivers to get way station bypass and how some larger fleets may have it. One of the things that I'm super excited to tease here, Troy, is we're actually working on a new mobile app. It's set to be released this month on Android, and iOS is going to follow soon. So those safety notifications that I talked about, we're going to give that completely free. You don't have to give us a dime. You don't have to be subscribed to any other service. Folks can download DrivewYze on their phone and get those safety notifications completely for free. Whether you're a company driver, owner-operator, or your fleet that's interested, we encourage you to call in if you're a fleet.
Any truck driver can download the app and use the free part of it anytime they want to.
That's absolutely correct.
I might do it.
Hey, we encourage everyone, Troy. We want to see you on there.
Yeah, I'm serious. I might just do it just to, see how it's working and everything, practice what I preach. I mean, honestly, I believe in the high tech stuff. So, it sounds exciting. If you're an owner operator, if you're a one truck chuck, if you're a company driver, go and download DrivewYze today. Even if you're not using it for the weigh scale, use it for just the alerts and the warnings that DrivewYze is going to be helping you out with. And, hey, we all could use a little bit of an angel in the cab with us. All right. And it sounds like anytime you have a warning like that, I'm all for the extra help myself.
I'm with you, Troy. And I also wanted to mention, not everyone knows whether they're eligible for bypass. What I tell people is, as long as you're not running overweight, you're running a commercial truck with the DOT number, you're likely eligible for bypass. So I encourage folks to download the app, try it free for 30 days, see if it's a good fit for you. And if you're a company driver, you're not excluded. You can absolutely get DrivewYze and you can run it. In fact, we have many fleets and fleet managers that will reimburse their drivers if they have something like DrivewYze. So we encourage, if you're a company driver, reach out to your fleet manager, let them know about DrivewYze. They may reimburse you. Also let them know if you're interested in any of the safety related features, and they can get in contact with us.
Well, all right. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Kay. Drivers, you have it there. If you are a company driver, download DrivewYze today and start using the safety features. They encourage you to use them for free. Owner-operators, lease purchase drivers, small fleets, big fleets. If you haven't tried DrivewYze, now's the chance. 30 days free trial. If you don't like it, I'd say DrivewYze is putting their money where their mouth is. I can guarantee you, once you get DrivewYze in your truck, you're not going to want to get them out. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Kay?
Not at the moment. Just really thankful to be on. Thanks for having me on, Troy.
All right. Thank you very much. And again, it's DrivewYze, DrivewYze. Go get the app today. Thank you, Kay.